flies when you have fun. If you have a flat tire, it throws you out of the window. Okay, are we in operation, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, it is Tuesday, April 4th, 2023. We'll call the meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
One and another one.
Okay. Minutes and reports received and filed.
Yes. We have the county clerk's March 2023 fees, the recorder's March 2023 fees, and the auditor's March 2023 revenue and expenditure.
And I'll also add the 2022 RACS annual report.
Yes. Okay. Commissioner Committee Liaison Reports, upcoming meetings.
Thursday morning, Cole County Communities, had a Cole County Extension meeting. Thursday evening, Eastside Business Association. Good Friday morning. And happy Easter early. I think that's about it until, oh, I'm sorry, Monday. Battle of the Badges Blood Drive. Yeah, so support your favorite county badge. I'm not gonna pick favorites right now.
So all of our current slots are full.
Oh, good.
We are trying to secure some more spots. So we're 30 plus donors already signed up. So
You have to be signed up.
be signed up to donate.
Gotcha. Okay.
On
That's
Wednesday, MAC has encouraged commissioners, Missouri Association of Counties has encouraged commissioners to show up at Capitol for an event. Wednesday afternoon, a couple Farvis ARPA meetings. Thursday, Cole County Communities, as you mentioned, Jeff, and a West Side Business Association and an ARPA meeting. Friday, another ARPA meeting. That's it.
Okay. Today I have a National Guard lunch, communities. Saturday, Christy and I are gonna be on KWAS, so everybody turn in. And that's all I've got. Okay, appointments by commission, appointment of Clint Smith.
Okay, generally, the county has appointed a Jefferson City resident to serve on the Mid-Missouri Regional Planning Commission due to a retirement at the city and a hire of a replacement. We have a name to submit. So I'll make a motion to adopt this order and appoint Clint Smith to the Mid-Missouri Regional Planning Commission.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Any commission comments? Bids and contracts. Signing of SRO agreements.
Good morning. We
Morning.
have 3 SRO agreements for Blair Oaks, Russellville, and Eugene that we need to get signed today.
Some folks watching in may not know what SRO means.
School Resource Officer, it's a deal that we work with each of the school districts. So we have 2 at Blair Oaks, 1 at Russellville, 1 at Eugene.
It can also be standing room only.
Good, that. You're right. Get this double way. You're fine. You'll be fine.
Which is why Western Commissioner Otto asked what SRO stood for.
I understand. Thank you for bringing that up.
You're welcome, sir.
I'll make a motion to sign the SRO agreements with Russellville R1, Blair Oaks R2, and Cole R5.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, approval and signing of change order number 2 on the Carnegie Building.
So this is This change orders for the final closeout documents for the Carnegie Building site improvements, project 2022-23. Primary reason for additional cost was an increase in the amount of concrete sidewalk and concrete pavement needed to complete the project. Primary reason for less work needed was the contractor did not encounter any rock excavation on the project. And there was one other change for replacement of unsuitable material under the alley pavement. Overall, this change order is a decrease in the cost of construction by $2,460.20.
Awesome.
Do you have the change order? I don't have it attached.
I do have it. I sent a previous email with that one attached, last week, but I do have the change orders right here.
Okay. Well, I didn't see it attached to it, so I was wondering if you had it. So, we good?
Yes.
Make a motion to approve and sign change order number 2 for the Carnegie Building for a decrease in the cost of $2,460.20.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay,
By the way, that place looks fantastic. That job is well done.
yes.
It really has improved the looks of that alley and parking lot, and
I've heard nothing but compliments on the contractor. They were easy to work with on this one, and the guys said that one worked out really well, so.
good
I
job.
think we got signs up so we don't have the wrong people parking in our spots, so hopefully I didn't just jinx us.
Thank you. Well, it is unbelievable we didn't hit rock, but we're, with the new EMS station, I think we have kind of the same issue, same problem, but that's good. I don't know if it's good or not. Okay. We voted on that, so we're good. We are going to signing of BMI imaging service agreement.
Last Tuesday, you approved us spending some money to take the microfiche and scan them in. So after that was signed, then we got the service agreement, which needs to be signed also. So even though you guys already approved this, I went ahead and brought this before you. Jill has read it. She's good with it.
Once again, Sheriff, for those watching at home, BMI,
You know, I don't know what that stands for.
I thought it was body mass index.
Yeah, sure. Body Mass Index Imaging Systems and Company.
Okay.
Why is he being mean to me?
Because it's fun.
Everybody picks on things.
Yeah, good.
It's just the name of the company.
That's what I'm trying to find, I don't know.
I don't know.
Are the elders insurance?
All right.
So I'm supposed to sign something where we don't even know the name of the company?
You've already approved it last Tuesday. Maybe that's something you
The-
should have brought up last Tuesday.
We know the name of it, but it could be people's
I'm
names
just
that
saying.
the acronym comes from, so. All right, like I usually have to do, I'll keep things moving here.
Thank you, sir.
I'll make a motion to sign the BMI imaging service agreement.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
mean people.
You still have more on here, be careful.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. All this out of the way. Bid award. Now we got the MDFP tax credit agreement. Sorry about that.
I have that. Here's two original. This is an agreement with economic development for the tax credits for the soccer
Oh.
complex. And I have the signature page for your convenience, Sam.
Thank you, ma'am.
You ready?
What exactly does, I mean, I know what the soccer complex does, but what does the agreement do just for?
The agreement allows for them to qualify for a tax credit, so anyone who wants to donate towards this thing can receive, I believe, a 50% state income tax credit for the amount of the contribution made to this entity for this project.
Up to $1,000.
Okay, I didn't know what we had to sign on that.
It's got to be higher than that. Got to be higher than that.
Okay,
I think.
We have to sign it because it's within the county? Is that what?
No, it's with the Missouri Department of Economic Development.
Yeah.
We were approved by the finance board at DED. That project was approved.
I mean, we
Because-
applied for it on behalf of them, right? And then that's why the agreement is
Right,
between us.
because
and-
it has to be between the
Okay.
state and the county. And so then, there's a process that's in there as far as who submits what to the state. They'll submit their bills to us, and then we'll send them to the state.
I think that was that meeting we attended at the governor's state office.
Yeah, I knew what it was, but I'd kind
Yeah.
of forgotten that we were the ones applying for the tax credits. So essentially, it's between us and the state.
Right, but the soccer people are also signatories to this agreement too. And it has duties for them, responsibilities for them too in it.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to sign the MDFB tax credit agreements.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, now we will go to bid award, multimodal transload rail facility.
So this is the Railroad Spur Extension and Transload Facility, Cole County Project Number 2022-701-1. We opened bids on March 15th. And we are recommending award to Dodge Needers Excavating Company Incorporated in the amount of $4,304,621.55. As you know, as we were working on this project, preliminary estimates were getting upwards of $5.5 million at one time. When we compiled everything and had the project out for bid, the engineer's estimate was a little over $5 million. So the fact that this came in as low as it did is a very good thing. Grant funding plus city county cooperative funding is at $3,180,000. The county's committed to the additional funding as needed. However, project team is working on additional grant funds through an application to USDA. And we can apply for more funds through MoDOT and EDA. And we're also working on other sources. So we're expecting that by the time we get around this next grant cycle and seeing what other monies are out there, we should close that amount pretty close. So like I said, the county's committed to the extra funds. So I attached, that you should have a copy of the contract, the bid tabs, bid award concurrence letters for MoDOT and EDA. We had to have those first before we could recommend award. And then also we worked with Marka in the auditor's office to draft a document that would commit to the additional funds for EDA to concur with award. And those additional funds are out of the cooperative project reserve that we have in the sales tax budget as well as some contingency. So the money's there with the idea that we just use that as a placeholder for now and replenish that as these additional grant funds come in that we're expecting. So, like I said, the project is still working on that, but right now we have the project to award, and I'd recommend awarding that amount I mentioned earlier. Any questions?
What was the date of completion? There was,
It's actually a calendar day, it's 245, Matt mentioned it, 245 calendar
Okay.
days. That puts us at the end of the year.
still at the end of the year then?
Yes.
Okay. Well, this project's just moved fast and I was trying to figure out.
That's
if
good,
it's
I like that.
Still gonna be by the end of the year projected, so.
Yes.
That's based on a November, or a May 1st notice for proceedings, so.
We'll, should be able to issue that notice a lot sooner, which gets them going on submitting invoices on, or ordering material and submitting invoices so we can recoup the reimbursement from MoDOT on that part of the grant. Also, I will add that first of the month, 1st of May, we'll have groundbreaking, and it'll be a ceremony that we'll plan, or a JC rep will plan. So be looking for that. Any other questions?
Nope, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll offer a motion to sign the bid award, the multimodal transload rail facility construction contract with Dodge Needers Excavating Company in the amount of $4,304,621.55.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, bid award 2023 asphalt overlay program.
So we opened bids on Friday, March 31st. Jefferson Asphalt Company Red Low. Their bid was $625,585.20. Engineer's estimate was $813,670. The roads involved are Rock Ridge Road, South Ridge Court, Foxfire Lane, Saddlebrook Lane, and Shoemake Chapel Road. And then there is an alternate one, and this includes the city of Jefferson's portion of Rock Ridge Road and South Ridge Drive. We did have some roads in there for the city village of Centertown, and they're going to hold off on that for now and get back with us. They have a council meeting at the end of the month, so they need some time to look over that. Public Works Department recommends awarding base bid and alternate one, and I accept bid tabs and contract. Any questions on this one?
I'm good with it. So did we have the contract too?
Yep.
Okay.
So you're gonna mess up my bicycle road on Rock Ridge?
No, I'm gonna make it better for you.
Oh,
That way you don't have to dodge the potholes.
What about the horse and buggies?
They can still use it,
Okay.
I guess.
All right.
I'm gonna
so
be-
start out using
I'll
them.
defer that to the law enforcement.
Well, everybody can use it.
I was paying attention, a plane was flying over or something, I didn't hear.
It's probably better if you don't.
I'll make a motion to sign the construction contract, bid award 2023 asphalt overlay program 2023-501-1.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Bid award 2023 chip seal program 2023-502-1.
So we opened bids on this one Friday, March 31st, in Missouri Petroleum Red Low. Their bid was $568,216.87. The engineer's estimate was $638,274.60. The roads involved in this project are West Brazil Road, Old Bass Road, Scruggs Station Road, Rumsey Lane, Lower Bottom Road, Pleasant Hill Road, East Fowler Street, and Wolf Pass Lane. And Public Works Department recommends awarding this project.
I'm good.
Ready? I'll let Jeff do this one.
Let Jeff do this one.
Yeah,
All right.
Eastern Commissioner.
that's right, a lot of eastern roads in there.
Make a motion to award and sign the 2023 chip seal program with Missouri Petroleum Products Company.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Do we have any unfinished business? Okay, new business. Accounts payable review.
I'd ask for approval of accounts payable pending review.
Motion to approve accounts payable pending review.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Second and final reading of budget adjustment number 6.
This is for $180,000. This is the cybersecurity grant, and I do need action today.
Make a motion to sign court order number 6 for budget adjustment in the amount of $180,000 for cybersecurity.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, first reading of budget adjustment number 7.
Okay, this is for $19,133. This is for American Rescue Plan grant that the sheriff talked to you guys about last week for the part of the ARPA money. We had no action today. I'll bring it up in 10 days.
Okay. Chief Hoy to discuss Cradle Point routers, quote, and antennas.
Good morning.
Morning.
It's a little bit of a complicated problem that we've run into since moving to our new dispatch software. So each one of our vehicles has a wireless router for internet access, which allows us to connect to the internet and get information from the communication center, but it also passes GPS information to the communication center. That GPS information is what we use to determine who gets dispatched to what call. So when a call populates for service, the dispatcher and the computer software look at that GPS data, pick which unit's closer, and they go on their way. Well, obviously that presents some problems when we lose that connectivity. The issue that we're running into is our mobile routers are 5 years old, and they are consistently dropping our cell coverage. Now, it's not that big of a deal because we have about 90% coverage, but that 10%, if it's timed right and a call comes out and the unit's not picking up GPS data, they won't get dispatched to the call. So Brian has spent many days trying to upgrade and do some changes to our hardware. And basically what we found is that the wireless router in our vehicles that we currently have, it receives that cell signal through a radio receiver. That radio receiver that we have is version 8. The devices that you bought for the sheriff earlier this year has the radio receiver, which is version 21.
Whoa.
So there's quite a difference in performance there. What we did is we did a little side-by-side test. The sheriff doesn't know this, but he allowed me to borrow one of his devices. And as we were sitting on the ramp at Southridge, the device that we're currently using was getting about 15 megabytes per second down. The device the sheriff is running was getting about 150 megabytes down.
There we go, that's what I'm talking about.
So it's about 10 times better performance. So it has been Brian's suggestion that we go ahead and bite the bullet and replace these unforecasted mid-year. This really does become a true operational and public safety issue when the GPS data is not being passed and we can't dispatch the right units. Total price for the project, it would be for 22 units, which would put one in every one of our vehicles and give us 2 extra, $69,540.02. We've had some various conversations, and it's been suggested that there maybe is a pot of roughly $100,000 of ARPA money out there that is unspoken for. Debbie could probably provide some more information on that. It would be my request, since we did not foresee a budget for this, that we go ahead and utilize those ARPA funds to complete this purchase. However, it is to the point where even if that is not the route that you choose to go, I do need to make this purchase today. So I ask that we identify some sort of funding source and move forward. We'd be doing installation on this, but it includes the antennas and all the other hardware.
Well, 100,000 is 50,000 this year and then 50,000 next year. But-
We already got 150,000, the rest of it's gonna come this year.
Oh,
This
okay.
year. Should be, I think, June at the latest. I think that's when we got it's a year from when we got the first 50.
Now, since our auditor
It's
was,
technically not ARPA money, it's a different,
yes,
falls under a different grant, but there's absolutely no strings attached to it.
Yeah, you
We can
had
spend
talked to us
100,000
last
on
week.
Anything we want to.
This is the tribal money.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd be fine if, the second half didn't come in till June or whenever. We could cover half of it out of, or the remaining balance out of contingency and reimburse back if we need to. I don't know if that's.
I mean, it's in the budget for
Yeah.
the whole 100,000,
Okay.
we just haven't received
Sure.
cash.
I think that's a
All
good, I
cash.
think it's a
But
good
we can-
use, yeah. I think that's a good use.
So do we not have money in capital?
We didn't account for it in our capital budget. It's hard to, normally I'd sit here and say I'd be comfortable taking out our capital. However, with the station project and not really having a forecast of how much we're going to spend in this year, I don't have a real good picture of what our capital budget looks like.
I mean, we have that all the time though, in capital budgets, that we just kind of put what we think we want to get, but you always have something that well, not always, but generally there'll be something that comes up that we want to move to the top, so.
We have certainly looked at our capital budget and identified a few things that could come out that we have not already purchased yet this year. I don't think it will get us to $70,000.
I mean, I think we need to move ahead. We had a little discussion last week when we were looking at the concrete stuff, and yeah, we need to move this ahead. So I'm not voting no on it. That's where it comes from.
I'd like to split the baby and use just 50. The 50 that we have already,
Cash money.
and then the rest come out of,
Yeah, I think if we were to get 50 out of that source, we could easily make up the other roughly $20,000 out of our capital budget by pausing some purchases this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's county money either which way it goes, so.
And you know, at the end of the year, we'll probably, with where the construction of the building is, we'll probably be well under what we had budgeted for capital this year. It's hard for me to say in April to blow through all of that because I'm not sure where we're gonna end up.
Okay, so you said we have version 8 right now, and the sheriff has version 21, so how long did it take to go from version 8 to 21? Like
5
3
years.
years, 5 years?
Yeah.
So we can look at getting 5 years out of this, but we need to,
Correct.
in
And-
5 years, be looking at being ready to make
Exactly,
some
and
moves again.
it's something that we'll add into our capital outlay plan. The other big factor in this is cell phone technology. So the devices that we have in our vehicle are 3G. So, you know, all of your phones today are on 4G and 5G is the next gen. But nobody knows how long it will take to go from 5G to 6G and make 4 and 5G obsolete. So it probably just depends on how quick technology moves. You know, obviously cellular technology improved a lot in 5 years. Who knows if it takes the same jump, we might get longer out of the next devices, so.
Yeah.
and the danger and the risk right now is you could have an ambulance almost on scene, but you don't know that because you can't find out where that ambulance is via GPS.
Or
So-
worse, they could get halfway there, lose connectivity, and then they lose their route.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, a scenario to put it in the real world, you know, there could be a call in Wardsville. The ambulance could be sitting in the station at Wardsville, but the computer doesn't recognize that ambulance is there because their GPS signal isn't active. So they're ending up sending the next due ambulance, which is from Southridge. So that's a big time hop if we are, looking at the rural areas of the county. And that's really where this comes into play is, this doesn't matter in downtown Jeff City where there's plenty of cell phone coverage, but some of our outlying stations, that radio version really makes the difference on obtaining the cell signal versus it dropping off. So that's really where it comes into play.
Okay.
So,
I'm good on doing the 50,000.
yeah, and this is off a CDW state contract, so Brian has approved it.
There we go. He's out here. Let's throw him part of it.
So
He'll be calling in a second.
I think what we need to do, make a motion to purchase the Cradle Points for $69,540.02 from CDW. 50,000 of the funds coming from the tribal money, and then the remainder coming out of EMS capital.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of the Cradle Point routers and antennas for $69,540.02. I'll let you all do the.
Brian's watching.
With the funding as proposed?
With the funding as mentioned.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay. Patagonia Health Communicator Appointment Reminder.
So, right now, our electronic health record is Patagonia Health, and with our appointments, a nurse every day has to go in and through the system manually send appointment reminders. With this app, it would automatically do that. We could set it to send them a reminder like 3 days out, a day out, a week out, whatever, but it'd be automatically. It's about it would add $121 to our monthly subscription, which when you think about a nurse's time, even if they're making $25 an hour and they spend an hour every day, we're still coming out ahead to have the system do it automatically. Right now, all of our electronic health record costs are being paid for by the epidemiology for lab capacity contract. In the past, it always came out of Brian's budget, but while we have this contract, we're paying for it out of this contract. And we did receive word that they're extending that contract until July 31st of 2024. We don't have the contract amendment yet, but we can continue to cover all electronic health record costs out of that contract as long as we have it. So I would like to add this communicator messaging solution to our electronic health record, so our nurses don't have to manually do that. It'll save a lot of time.
Does that send it out via text?
If yes.
And does it ask the receiver, the patient, to respond, yes, I'm coming?
I don't know. I think it's just a reminder. I don't know if it has like the yes or no like some of the other ones do. That would be a Donna question. But
Okay.
that is really nice to say yes or be able to confirm or deny the appointment.
Right. You know, it actually, you save you money on, or save time on the front side because your employee doesn't have to make that call. If by getting the reminder, it probably keeps more people coming as scheduled, which is blown time otherwise, right?
Right. Yeah. And then we can schedule somebody else into that slot if they're not going to be there.
Right, okay.
It says it provides interactive and mobile-ready communications with patients, so I'm wondering if.
Sounds
that
like
is-
it's got the
Right,
reply in
yeah.
it.
It might, yeah, so if they want us to reply yes or no, they can, but I think regardless, it's a good tool to have, and we've got some for the, I don't know, your dentist, your eye doctor, or whatever, and it's nice to have those reminders, so I'm fine with it.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion that we acquire the Patagonia Health Communicator / Appointment Reminder Program.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Communications leader training.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, this is the contract, I guess, MOU.
Yeah, this is an MOU. There's several members of our team that work at the MEOC, and they've gone through the communications technician training. The state in the last couple of years has not offered a communications leader training, so they wish to have one, and unfortunately, there's just not a whole lot of options. There is one training that they had towards southern St. Louis area, but it's actually cheaper to bring the instructors here than to send our 5 or 6 guys there. So I would ask that you approve this to have instructors come here and teach this training. It not only would be open to our 6 positions that are interested, but they also wish to open it statewide. So regional folks can come and attend that training as well.
Yeah, our MEOC's been busy, so.
It has been.
Okay, you got the MOU then?
Yes.
We just need to approve signing the, see that again then. Who's it actually with? MOU's with State of Missouri? Is that
No, it's the South, Donna.
Central States Communications?
Yeah, Central States
Okay.
Communications. And then the trainers are CISA, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. So they're actually trained through that agency, which is a federal agency.
Okay. All right, so you good, Harry?
I'm good.
All right, I'll make a motion to sign the MOU with Central States Communications Association with a total cost of $2,061.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Where y'all gonna be having this at?
We'll just have it at the ESB in the training room. And I told them about 25 or 30 is probably going to be our max.
Well, that's what I asked. If you're going statewide, how big could it get?
Well, I don't think they'll go over, they only have 3 instructors, so I don't think they'll go over about 25, 30.
Okay.
Okay. First reading of budget adjustment number 8.
This is for $25,856. This is a Sheriff's Department grant. Yes, it's the 50/50 grant, and it is part of the ARPA money too for, it says county jail maintenance and improvement.
Jail improvement, yeah, this is where we're putting the cameras inside our 3 transport vehicles.
No
So
action
is
today.
this part of that $9 million that the state's giving out?
Yes,
to
sir.
the- Yeah, they were on the news today, so,
No action today.
okay. Alrighty. Signing of surplus title for Sheriff's Department.
This is 2014 that the sheriff would like to release from his inventory.
Motion to sign the certificate of title, surplus title for the Sheriff's Department.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, Sheriff's Department to discuss video server.
So in a galaxy far, far away, we bought these body cameras. Whenever we implemented them, we were gonna put this in the cloud. It would make it easier not only for our body cams, but also for our dash cams to be able to upload. Apparently, this company that we went with, and we just leave them out, their name's Gentech, they failed to be able to do that. So now we're having to come out of that agreement. We were talking to Brian, and his recommendation that we house on site. To do this, we need the server system, the video server system, as well as a backup. The cost of this is gonna be $127,693.22. However, the money that we'll get back from the company that failed to be able to provide the services they said they would is gonna give us back $60,000. There's also an amount of money that we'd have to pay yearly afterwards. I don't know what that number is, so I don't wanna lead you down, but it was a substantial amount of money. So we won't be able to do that. So while this seems like it is a lot of money, in the long run, it will save us some time. And this was recommended by Brian.
Boy, I'll tell you, it pays to
Just
be
coming out of
sick.
capital then?
Yes, so we'll move this out of our contingency money and put it in our capital.
Okay. I mean, I forget what the price was ongoing after the first year, but
It was a substantial amount of money. I want to say it was almost $60,000
I
a year,
think
but I really don't know that.
you know, over amount of 5 years or however long that server lasts, it might be a wash on what it
I think
actually
5
costs.
years is a good number. I heard you say that number earlier. I think that's a great number to think about the lifetime of a server.
And it's less stuff that Brian would have had to taken care of with the cloud, but in this instance, now it's gonna be a little more work for him, but we did approve another employee for him, so.
That's right. I don't know where that person's at yet, but if he's listening. The other thing, the good thing about this is with him buying from the base up, he'll be able to program these servers to his specifications, so he'll make it easier for him to be able to take care, and it'll be more efficient for us by far.
Yeah, I meant that you had also put in on, because the sheriff's putting in on
Yeah, we
the
put
IT
30 grand
position.
in, so he needs to either hire that
So-
person or I need to give him money back.
You're getting your money's
A
worth
little
out of this
bit,
one.
because I don't give nothing for nothing, so. I'm sure I got a text from Brian by now.
I'm going to walk through this kind of step by step,
Yes,
so
sir.
we're all clear. We have 2 invoices from Huber, and if we execute those invoices, $127,693.22. But we're going to get $60,000 back on a purchase we've already made, right?
Yes, sir.
And then going forward, we will save money annually because we've got it here and we're not using a cloud and paying for the cloud.
That's correct, and probably, since I know about this more than when I actually lead on, because sometimes it's good to play dumb. One of those is for the server itself, and the other one is for the storage array for the information itself. So it's all part of the same package, but there's 2 separate projects there. That's why it's 2 separate quotes, because one's for the storage array and then one's for the server.
Right, got it, okay. We all good on
I'm
this?
good,
Yep.
yes.
I'll make a motion to sign the contracts with Huber for $127,693.22. This is the sheriff's video server.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
I'll
Oh,
get that transfer to you.
Brian's out in the cloud, I think.
I'm sure I'm gonna get emails here, or I'm gonna get a text from him.
Yeah. Okay, boy, we zipped right through that. Do we have any other issues before we go into closed session? Okay. Well, I would entertain a motion to go into closed session.
Pursuant to Section 610.021 of the revised statutes of Missouri, the commission will go into closed session to discuss the following: real estate under Section 610.021 subsection 2, legal actions under Section 610.021 subsection 1.
Second?
Roll call?
Sam,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Jeff.
Yes.
Okay. Go into closed session. Everybody have a happy Easter.
Happy.
And get out and vote.
Oh, yeah, get out and vote. Forgot to mention